Hi there, I'm Scotty. I'm a practicing witch and a professional tarot nerd. Today I'm a storyteller. I'm really glad you're here. Here we are in spooky season, and this is another in a series of stories I'm calling the 13 Days of Halloween. Now, every one of these stories is true, even if they didn't happen. You know, in the world of urban legends, you hear tale of things that happened. Sometimes they happened in this town or in this city, and you figure that it's just the same story, just getting passed around from place to place. And I would have thought that about the stories around Hickory Hill Cemetery if I hadn't been out there myself. The Hickory Hill Cemetery was an old cemetery there in the county, and it was still in use. And you heard stories about a devil there in the cemetery. And what they said was there was this one gravestone, and on it had a picture. They used to put photographs on the headstones. Now I guess they use the laser etching and engrave all of that artwork onto the headstone itself. But back when I was a kid, they had this way of putting a photograph on there. And they said that if you went at just the right time of year and at just the right time of night, and you parked your car in just the right place and shined your headlights on just the right headstone, you'd see the picture on that headstone, and it would turn from the picture of a man into the devil. I never really put any stock in all this, because every time you heard a story about somebody going there and seeing the devil at Hickory Hill Cemetery, it was always my buddy knew a guy who knew a guy kind of stories. But I thought I'd go out there one evening, because I'd heard the stories about strange happenings and unseen claws. I figured I'd go out there and check it out, because I'd heard all these stories. And sometimes folks would say that if you saw that devil at Hickory Hill Cemetery, you better run, because they said there was folks that ended up cut and scratched from invisible claws. I didn't think anything of it. But I was bored one night, drove out there after work, thought I would check it all out. And it was a chilly night. It must have been a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving. And I got out there to the cemetery and I parked my car. Shined my lights, and there was, sure enough, a headstone with a picture of a man on it. And I sat there with my lights shining. Nothing happened for a while, and I was fixing to go home, go to bed, when I heard this eerie sound. It sounded like it was coming right up out of the ground. And it got louder and louder. I saw this wispy shape sort of pour out of the ground at that headstone. And I saw that picture change. It became this hideous form. Dark. Fangs. These red eyes. And it turned in that little picture frame and it looked at me. And as this mist was coming up out of that grave, I fumbled with my keys, getting ready to go, because I didn't want to find out what might happen next. And as I was getting my car started, that mist flowed over the car. And there was a chill in the air. Even inside the car, I could see my breath. I started to back away, and I heard a sound of something scraping on metal. And I rushed back home. I didn't sleep much that night. Did curl up under one of my great granny's quilts and shivered through the night. I couldn't shake that chill. And I got up the next morning. I was eating breakfast, and Daddy said, "What'd you do to your car?" I said, "I didn't do nothing to my car." He says, "Were those scratches all over the hood?" It took me a lot of paychecks from my little after-school job to get my car repainted. But sure enough, when I looked after breakfast that day, it was a series of scratches all the way down that hood, almost like something was trying to hang on as I was backing away. I never did go back out to old Hickory Hill Cemetery, neither day or night. And I still hear stories about it every now and then. It's still out there. But I don't think that that's something else that I want to investigate. I want to thank you for spending some of your time with me today. I hope you've enjoyed this little story about the devil of Hickory Hill Cemetery. If you did, please like, subscribe, share, comment. My name is Scotty. Safe journeys.